Yeah, I thought our kids, first of all, we really competed hard, which our guys have been pretty consistent with that for a while now. We've had to learn how to play hard, how to compete. Then I thought our focus on defense was outstanding for 40 minutes. And they run a lot of unconventional stuff. I thought we defended the three-point line well. We rebounded well, and then we took care of the ball. You know, we're an offensively challenged team. We're going to be that every game we play. That's who we are. I mean, we don't score the ball real well. We don't shoot it great. If you have to ask why, you're not watching the game. I mean, we're just not a great offensive team. That's just what it is. So we have to figure other ways to win the game. And for us, it's defense and taking care of the ball and rebounding. And I thought in those three areas tonight we were outstanding.
Questions for Coach and the players, please?
The kill was a career high for you tonight. Was it just something special going on? Was it just something where the offense was working, or did you just was just something special you were doing the way the offense was going?
No, sir. I just played in the flow of the offense. I just decided to be a little bit more aggressive for once, and it paid off.
And the Ron, it was a tight first half. You were only up by about two points. You came out of the second half and just first half like a big lead. Was it an execution thing? Second half, did y'all do something different, or just start executing the offense?
I think we were more focused. Like, we've been focused in practice all the time, so I think they carried over. Coming out the half, we was focused. We were ready to play for 40 minutes. That was the main thing, play for 40 minutes.
And we made some open shots. I don't know that our shots we got the second half were any different than the first half. They didn't go in the first half. I mean, sometimes we want to have a big, complicated or analytical answer, but this is really a simple game. Eric Weary shot wide open threes every time he got it. He was open from the three-point line every shot. He didn't make one. J-Rod Stiggers shot the same shots the first half he did the second half. He's a streaky shooter. You know, sometimes he makes them, sometimes he doesn't. First half he didn't make them. Eric didn't make them. Then you look up, we got 22 points. But they only had 20 because of our defense, and that was our focus. So, you know, we never know when and who's going to make a shot. That's just the way our team's built. But we posted LaRon up some a little bit more tonight. That paid some dividends. Mikel's aggressiveness. Mikel took 9 shots. I haven't seen Mikel take 9 shots in practice the whole year. I'm being facetious, but he's. But you know, it's really what makes coaching what makes coaching special. You know, the first kid I signed at Oklahoma, Ernie Abercrombie, came by practice today and spoke to the team. Played for me. He's my first recruit at Oklahoma. He lives here in Houston. Stopped by and had him speak to the team, and then I'm sitting between two of the highest character kids that any coach could ever hope to have. I mean, you talk about genuine, unbelievable integrity and character. That's what these two kids are. So, you know, sometimes when the chips are down, it's the good guys. It's the guys that live their life the right way and practice hard every day. They get rewarded. So I'm glad that these two guys had good games tonight, because of who they are as people, who they are as human beings, and how hard they work for this program.
Kellen, can you describe what LaRon's defensive efforts did to take Marcus Jackson out as well?
Yeah, and that was Coach Alvin Brooks had the scouting report, and Coach Brooks did a great job with the scouting report, and we came up with a plan on how to guard Jackson. And you know, you have the greatest plan in the world, but if you don't have someone that can execute it, you know, LaRon's. You know, we felt like the thing to him was not guard his three-pointers, not give him any. You know, he shot 2 threes, none in the half court. One he got blocked out of bounds, and one LJ backed up too far in transition. He shot it in his face. There's only 2 threes he attempted. So that was part of our game plan. You know, you don't stumble into not him having any threes attempted. I thought we did a good job across the board. You know, we defended them pretty good. And we looked at them, you know, they played the mess out of Texas. I mean, most people think they don't even remember him playing Texas. I watched that game. Rick and I coached against each other a lot of years, and I looked over there at him. He was worried about that game at the 4-minute mark. That team's hard to guard because of how unconventional they are. You've got to have a plan, and we had a good plan tonight, and our guys really executed it.
How much was the student turnout tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm not used to seeing people in sections. I'd say, wow, that's a good look. But get used to it, because we're going to have all the sections will be filled eventually. I know where this is headed. I know exactly where we're headed with this. This place is going to be packed. This is, and Mikhail and LeBron, all the kids on this year's team, they look back and they were the ones that put the first bricks in the building. You've built a foundation. You don't start with the kitchen or the rec center. You start with a foundation. We're building a great foundation this year. We're not worried about making the tournament or how we're doing this or that. Our team's getting better. Last week we had probably the toughest week you can have in our league. We played at Cincinnati and SMU. All right. We're up on Cincinnati at halftime. 7 minutes to go in the game. We're down 4. Our kids are playing hard. We have a hard time scoring. Now tonight, our defense was good throughout. But we got great production off the bench, which we normally don't get. Chuck came in and did some good things. Mikhail was our best player. These were our 2 best players tonight. And LJ. LJ may not always have great offensive stats, but it's hard to play without a good point guard. And LJ was a good point guard tonight.
Anything else? We got UConn coming up on Sunday. So is this game not forgotten about? Preparation going towards UConn? Yeah.
I mean, that's our next conference game. So we'll come in tomorrow and flush this game out of the system. And I'm not sure which one of our assistants has the scouting report for UConn, but I'm sure we'll meet in the morning and very briefly about this game and get right to UConn. This is an important 4-game stretch for us. We've got Rice, UConn, and SMU and Tulsa. So it's an opportunity for us. So we're going to have some good days of practice and continue to work to get better and see if we can't go get after the Huskies.